Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast coming at you, brought to you and presented by Precious Works LLC. For all of your business website needs, reach out to our guy, Bajan. He will hook you up. We appreciate, in case you don't know, you're listening to this, watching this, if you're whoever is on right now, we're recording this at 9:15 Pacific time on the West Coast. It is 11:15 Central time. We are still here. We're still
Sleepy
here.
time. Sleepy time for me.
Still here, putting out content for y'all. We're live on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. Whoever's out there who's watching us on YouTube right now, appreciate y'all. Please like and subscribe. We're also, make sure if I did this correctly, we also should be live streaming right now on Twitch. So Ryan and I created a Twitch for our podcast a couple of years ago. We did a couple of live streams and then there was no function. So if you're watching us on Twitch, watching the live stream on Twitch, hit the follow button, become a sub, all that. We're going to try to get our Twitch and all that up and running. But all that said, we appreciate y'all joining. We wanted to get this out though, because it's a big week for the Saints and football and just everything in general for the team that we cover. This is the first time you are tuning into us. I am Adam. I'm joined by my co-host, my friend, my buddy, my pal, Ryan, aka Wolf. We've covered the Saints in a variety of fashion over these 6+ years, from Senior Bowls, Pro Days, Combines, what have you. You named it, we've covered it in some type of way. And so today was the first day of joint practices for the Saints. They took on the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're also facing the Jags on Saturday in their first preseason game. And the last time we recorded, which I believe was Monday. So there's been essentially since then 3 practices. 2 were closed. 1 was a walkthrough-ish. And then today was a joint practice. So we have a little graphic here. This is just mostly covering the joint practice. But we want to cover what happened on the joint practices. Also the concerns that were leading up to the joint practice today, and any other things we want to catch y'all up on in regards to the New Orleans Saints before the season starts. So this is just a synopsis of what took place during the joint practice today from all the reports. Also, I want to give much love and shout out. I think we did it on the last episode, but I just need to do it again on Twitter at Saints Pelican 23. Just has a live stream going for us, and he has it up, and it's appreciative that he's doing that, because I have some qualms of how the team is covered during actual practices. Like, it's still, they cut up and do nice look, but like, it's just something's not connecting. But shout out to at Saints Pelican 23. I don't know if he got murked today because that live stream went down. I don't know something.
Snipers got him, bro.
But just from today's practice against the Jags, we saw Tyler Shough have a good day, find rhythm, throw touchdown passes. We'll get into maybe like why that was, why that is. Chase Young had a dominant day. His presser, he said he himself accounted for 6 sacks. He actually had 6, but I know someone said that in their account he at least had 4. Rattler's going to start the preseason on Saturday. The Saints are resting their starters for the preseason game, as are the Jags. And then the minor injury scare for right receiver rookie Jordan Tyson left the practice. Letter came out that it was a hamstring injury. What I can say, so I put this in our Discord, I put this on Twitter, just what I've been told. I was told that the injury is minor, but he is expected to miss some time. In terms of like the severity, what that looks like, I don't know. Sounds like Kellen Moore is going to address it more tomorrow after the walkthrough. It seemed, and I don't want people to quote me on this, but it seems like it may be one of those Kristen Miller, Jeremiah Wright situations where they, were out, they were day to day, but we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about, ultimately, it's a hamstring injury. These are the things that have kept him out. He's been injured before, but threw a lot at you right there, Wolf, wherever you want to kind of pick up on and go from.
Well, I guess we could start before today and kind of the lead up to the day. They had a practice. Yesterday they had a walkthrough.
It was a walkthrough, yeah.
And the day before that they had like a normal practice. And it was starting to get a little ugly. It was starting to get a tad bit concerning because
It was.
it like we've been talking about on this podcast a couple of weeks. Like you try not to overreact to training camp. You just want to see the trend line go in the right direction. And it
Right.
was kind of going in the wrong direction. Like you might see a good day here and there, but it was too many days of, especially with the ones, Tyler Shuck and crew, where it's a lot of short stuff, a lot of mistakes. Every time they would get into
Mm-hmm.
situational football where, 2 minute red zone, third down and stuff like that, you'll see a lot of mistakes pop up. You see fumbles, you see sacks, you see interceptions. It was just like, okay, what is going on? Then they had the walkthrough yesterday, which is, it's a walkthrough. It should be like clean and simple.
Nigga.
Man, Shuck was like complete 26% of his passes. I'm like, what is going on in there? It's like Carl Granderson getting interceptions, and I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? So it had me a little concerned, but I'm like, man, we're going to Jaguars. But there was always a part of my mind is like, I know, I just from what I've seen from Shuck, man, like when the hole's watching, when the temperature turned up a little bit, when
He's different, bro.
I don't know, you gotta look. He's a gamer, bro. You gotta look game to him, man.
I did want to add to your point though that the reasons why there was like that concern raised a little bit was the things that were not being executed in those practices leading up to the joint practices were the exact same things that they were not doing well last season offensively. It was red zone, it was efficiency, it was it was penalties and false starts through in practice. And so, I will say this about our community. It wasn't like the sky was falling, right? I think it was a very measured, like, like it wasn't, and we shout out to Kevin, our shit poster, who, start posting like the Arch Manning, because that's just what Kevin, but like,
that's Kevin, bro.
As a whole, like our community was like, okay. And then I put a tweet out of just saying like the Saints offense, and it was like the kind of like, nervous emoji. I had so many people in my mentions, like so many, like, and it was like, well, they're going against like a top 10 defense. I was like, yeah, but like, what if they face a top 10 defense like during the season? Like, well, the defense is like they're used to like seeing like the same looks, and so they know to adjust. It's just like at the end of the day, like, an offense has to execute. Like all those excuses, like there's something to it, but an offense has to execute. And to have them come out like they did against the Jags, just Shuck being in command, it looks like the Jags defense is just like all of what I saw. And I watched a lot of live streaming, watched a lot of clips. There was miscommunication. It was like Travis Hunter was all over like his zone coverages, and just all that said, this is what you want to see. Like the only thing that puts a little damper on today, one of two things is the Tyson injury, and to me, just maybe the play of like the offensive line and pass protection. But it was very encouraging to see the offense take this next step, and we're seeing more. Barian Brown getting in there with the ones. Bryce Lance he getting in there with the ones too. So we'll talk about the Tyson thing, but I am very encouraged and I don't even know if they did this purposely with Tyson's injury history, that this team and their wide receiver depth is they've insulated themselves that, okay, if Tyson has to miss a game or two, we got, and I don't think they knew what they had in Barian Brown to this degree. Maybe they did, but I'd be surprised to this level. Like, we got a Barian Brown that can go out there and play. We got a Bryce Lance that can go out there and play. We can be okay to get by with maybe a week or two if Tyson, can't go. That is how you create depth on your team, and to see it kind of come to fruition is, as a Saints fan, you got to be excited about
team building, bro. Like that's how you build a team, man. Like you go for the doubles and triples, man. Like I love the fact that, God forbid, Tyson does miss a couple of games, or not saying that he will, but if he did, it's not like a freak out. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, okay, are we back to Ronnie Bell and
like that drop.
Yeah. Back to, Kevin Austin Jr. Back to them days again. No, you still have like some exciting pieces off. That's even after Jalen Polk was just up and retired like a week ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Could you imagine if he was still on the team, bro? Them cuts would be tough.
Tough, man. So I, like that's one positive outlook. But back to the offense, like you said, man, the concern for me, because I had people all in my mentions all the way up to this morning, like, It's like, bro, all I said was, this is a little bit concerning. And everybody's just like, oh, it's just training camp. Oh, who cares? Guys, what are you overreacting for? I'm like, nobody's overreacting. Like, nobody's overreacting. Nobody's making declarations that the same season is over, that you're not going to the playoff. None of that. It's just like, this is a little concerning. It's like if you had a class, like say you was a teacher and you have students and like say a couple of weeks in the class, you give like a little quiz every week just to see where they at. You check their progress reports, and like 2 or 3 weeks in the class, into the course, you check their progress reports, and they're not getting better. It's C's and D's. And you be like, oh, this is concerning. We need to work on this. You're not going to say the kid's going to fail. Your life is over. You're going to fail this course. No, we're just saying, look, you got to step it up. You got to step your game up because you got time, but the time is coming and you need to improve. And that's all it was. And they go out there today and they improve, maybe there is something to, just going against the same guys every day, the whole dog days of camp thing. You're lining up against the same offensive tackle. You're throwing against the same defensive backs. It just gets, maybe it just gets kind of like boring, I guess. I don't know.
I guess, but like it wasn't. It wasn't happening with other team highlights.
I'm just saying, shouldn't they go both ways though?
Right.
My thing is like yeah, like maybe the cornerback knows Chris Olave, he knows his moves, but like shouldn't Olave know the cornerback's moves? It's like it should go both ways. But regardless of that, the main thing for me was something that we talked about, a couple of podcasts ago when we talked about the things we want to see improve and the things we're going to be watching for is the details, like the situational football.
That part.
The penalties, the pre-snap penalties, the taking care of the ball, executing in the red zone and all that stuff. That's something I'm watching for this offense throughout 100%. The season.
Yeah.
So that standing out this early in camp was just worth noticing. Like it just was.
It was. And
it still is.
It still is. I do want to give love to Chris Olave today because it sounds like he was dominant against the Jags. Capital D. And it's just kind of just goes to just what he's been done this entire offseason. The offseason he's had is just, you love to see it. You give it a player like that an extension, a well-deserved extension, that he goes out there and he produces. I guess it's joint practices, but that's still, it means something. Like it matters. It's competition. You're going against a different team.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Hunter, it was just good to see that. Another thing I really enjoyed seeing is that just from like the little bit I watched the live stream is the run game. The offensive line was actually opening holes in the run game because they hadn't been doing that like all training camp. Wolf, like it had not been a thing. And Jags had the number one run defense, rushing defense last season, number one. So just seeing that like as a positive is something that was good to see.
Very interesting.
Go ahead.
I was going to say also interesting is it looks like Estime is kind of taking over that RB3 spot with
Devin Neal.
Old Kendrick. Devin Neal and Kendrick Miller out right now. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Miller out with a back, I think it is.
It's a back, yeah.
And then, big back Neal, he out with a hammy right now. So, Estime been taking advantage. He's been popping up some good runs and stuff like that, which, he's a good runner. So
it could be,
that's just interesting. Like
it is. And I could see Kendrick getting cut, Neal potentially being cut and then become a practice squad guy. Cause that's what happens. Like say what you want to say about Estime. Estime typically has been healthy. Like he's a healthy player. You know what you're going to get from him. And coaches love players like that, bro. Like they love players like that.
And it's all about, especially with running back, man, it's all about availability. Like, you got to be there, bro. We need somebody to come run this rock. You got to be there. So that's going to be interesting to track over the next couple of weeks on, how that running back depth chart just shakes out.
It is. Flipping over to the defensive side of the ball. Well, I want to stay with the offense real quick. Two things I did notice, speaking of the run game, but speaking of offensive line, because two things are concerning. 51 is still getting beat like a drum.
Mm-hmm.
51 is continually getting beat like noticeably, Wolf. Like he is noticeably getting beat like a drum still. And if us as fans see it, the coaches see it. And at some point, I don't know when they pull the plug on Ruiz at right guard. And maybe Jeremiah Wright, Big Selma, as we call him in the Discord, has a good training camp. He's out, he's healthy, he's playing again, has a good preseason. And maybe that's just enough. They just like, bro, we already know it can't get worse, right? Like it can't get worse. Like, are we that part? But the bigger part, I think, is a very under like reported thing that's just been a thing for training camp and even in this joint practice is for this offense to be great, to be capital G great, not good, great. All the investments of the offensive line, the tackles included, David Edwards, got to step up and they got to be like a top 10 unit. And I'm a little worried about the amount of pressure that the offensive line has given up throughout training camp and today, because it sounded like Trayvon Walker had himself a day against the offensive line.
Yeah, it was funny just reading like both the Jags coverage and the Saints coverage, because both of them was like the same. Both of them was like, man, the Jags offensive line couldn't protect anybody, and then the Saints offensive line couldn't protect anybody. And then the Jags defense was getting number pressure, Saints defense was getting number pressure. So it was kind of mirror image for both teams. But that's been the thing with the Saints all camp. Like part of the reason some of the issues that we talked about with the team, like situational stuff and the penalties and all this stuff, a lot of that was just coming from pressure, bro. Like they was just getting pressured a lot. Tyler Shuck, he might make a play, but if like it was a real game, a lot of those plays he made over the last couple of weeks, it would have been a sack most likely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he just played through it because you can't touch the quarterback anyway. So it is a concern, bro. Like, I mean, they've invested a ton of this offensive line. I'm starting to be like, damn, is it the coaching? Like, is it like, do you have to rethink how you approach this, Kellen Moore? I don't know who's the offensive line coach. I don't even know. Like,
one thing Kellen showed how diverse and adaptable he is last season with the amount of motion that he used and the amount of motion he now uses, because he was not someone who used a lot of motion in any of his previous stints before. So he's kind of modernized his offense and using more motion. I'm not saying that Banks is going to need it or Fuaga is going to need it, but I do need him to have plans in place that if they start playing games in the regular season and one of the tackles is struggling with maybe a premier edge rusher,
help them out.
You can't continue to leave them on islands. I don't care, but like that is bad coaching. I'm not saying like it's training camp, but like at some point, if we see this, because we know how much he uses, he leaves his tackles on islands. You got to do something to help the tackles out. Point blank period.
Got to, especially in games. Like in training camp, I get it. It's training camp. So it's like, that's the time to show improve, to show what you can handle and what you can't handle. But come game time, bro, like, let's get some chips in there, bro. Like, help somebody out. Let Vele come over there and whop a defensive end on the shoulder while, Banks setting them up and stuff like that. So just got to figure that out, man, because Shuck already took a lot of sacks last year. Like just in the short time he played, he took a lot of sacks, a lot of hits. Luckily, he was relatively healthy for most of the season. But 17 games is a long, 17 games is a long
season,
long time, bro, getting beat up. So you don't want him to be one of these guys that's getting like 40, 50 sacks in a season, because that could get ugly. Then he getting hurt. You got to put Rattle out there if he's on the team. Yeah, like, so it could get it. So just tighten that up. And it's too good. It's too good. Yes, Reeves is trash, but like every offensive line got one little black eye. Like pretty much every offensive line got at least one guy that's like. So you should be able with a healthy Eric McCoy, David Edwards, a healthy Fuaga, and a young Banks, should be able to have like a good
figure it out,
at least top 12 unit, but top 12.
Figure it out, bruh. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Arika said, "Hey, who that family?" Then she also said, "I'm feeling some way about our rook, y'all." I mean, it literally was baked in. And here's not to say like Jordan Tyson is like not gonna be good and whatever, but that always came with the territory of drafting him. Like point blank, period. Like you knew, like not saying you, but like the team understood the risk that came potentially with drafting him. And who knows? It could be little minor hamstring thing. They might send him the rest of the preseason, rest of training camp. He goes out there week 1 and balls out. We don't know. We don't know.
It's just that history.
Yes.
I mean, you just knew it. That was a part of the reason that made me so scared of drafting him even before we drafted him. It's just like your butt cheeks gonna be clenched every day during training camp, bro.
Every day,
Every
bro.
time. As soon as he just steps out for a minute, it's like, oh, not again. Oh,
He got hurt again.
and it's football. You're gonna get hurt. Like
It
you're
is.
gonna get hurt. It's gonna happen.
Our dude Rod said, "We out here. We got options. We can have more than one side item. It looks that way."
Believe that, brother?
Doc 54 said, "Estimate about to send Neal and Kendrick home." I could easily see that. And then Rod said, "Estimate battled through injuries all last year and balled." Yeah, that's like I said, man. Coaches love players like that. And then our dude Bunch said, "Sunken cost fallacy got the line hamstrung for no goddamn reason."
Damn right.
Mitch said, "That's the risk you drafting a player already hurt at 8. We'll see. Like, I mean, it's not ready to write the book on Jordan Tyson. Right?
I'm still happy. I'm not tripping about this at all, bro. Like, at all. He the one thing about it, he has looked goddamn good up until this point.
The comeback route he ran and the catch, and then he got up and did the first down sign. It's like, just get somebody get him right. Talk to Marshawn and see what Marshawn did in his early career. Get them hands. Just get it right. Get it right, Jordan.
Get it right.
Pammy Whammy's in the building. Shout out to Pammy Whammy. Let's take our first break here. First break. We'll be right back after this, discussing more Saints, preseason, training camp, joint practices, all of that. We'll be right back after this. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In the 21st century? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer, just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back. Our first chat from Twitch comes from our guy, Tony. Let's catch up on what Tony said. Tony said, "I think / hope Tyson's absence is precautionary. I do as well, because just going back to at St. Pelicans 23 stream, he catches the ball, gets dinged up, and then he goes back to the sideline. He appears fine, and then at one point, the wide receivers were doing like a little agility drill, like on the side, and all the receivers did them, including Tyson, and he looked fine doing those agility drills. Don't know, but that's just what was seen on the sideline." He also said, "I'd rather not get rid of Rattler unless someone makes a really strong offer. 3, please get Ruiz the fuck out of here. And then 4, everything looks and sounds good through Twitch so far." Yeah, I'm looking at I'm going back to the Twitch live stream and the YouTube live stream. I will say that looks like the Twitch live stream's quality of the video mirrors more to the quality that we record on, because there is some drop in quality in YouTube. But no matter how you're watching us, YouTube, Twitch, you're listening, audio, what have you, we appreciate it. Just a quick thing that's come out since we recorded on Monday. Should have said this earlier. The meetup game is going to be the game that Drew Brees get inducted to the Saints Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Hold on. Say that again. The game that the Saints Block Party podcast identified when the schedule came out to be the meetup game is going to be the game that Drew Brees gets inducted into the Saints Ring of Honor.
How beautiful is that, bro? Man. How beautiful is that, man? The game we actually picked, that the people picked and voted on, happened to be that game, man. Like, wow. Wow, what a treat. What a treat. We going to be in the building.
It's special. The whole city that week is going to be a buzz. So if you are planning to come to the meetup, like patreon.com/Saints Block Party, or if you're a YouTube member, you need to book your room now. Like if you don't have, like if you were the ticket situation,
Boy, them tickets was going up as I watched. I was looking at, God damn, just refreshing. Like, God damn.
Yes.
Price of the brick was going up, boy.
As soon as someone put that in the Discord, I said, oh, like it was good. Like it was a good thing, but I was, cause at that point I hadn't gotten our group ticket yet. Cause I was going to get 20 tickets, and I was just like, this is not going to work the way I want. And that's just the Saints being the Saints and a mom and pop shop and not doing group ticket rates. Cause if they would have done a group ticket rate, anyhow, we're going to be in the building, not all sitting together, but we'll be in there in spirit. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing to witness and enjoy together as a community. So that's just going to be so fun. What else from either practices or the joint practice today you want to get into?
I mean, we talked about it a little bit already, but I don't think we could overstate how important it is for guys like Bryce Lance and Barry Brown to actually be showing something. And also another thing, I just want to give props to Kellen, because I like that he does give like young rooks a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely does. He does.
I've seen so many coaches, even Sean Payton, like it's that old school, like
you got to go earn it.
Gotta go get out, earn it. Put him at the threes, just have him doing all the grunt work, and then hopefully, they'll show something. Nah, man, get him in there with the ones and the twos and let him shine. Get him some targets and let him show and prove. Because this is a young building team and they need youth, man. And so
Jordan Tyson's been with the ones from jump. Well, like it wasn't no, hey, let's get him.
No,
nigga, you a top 10 pick, nigga. Get your ass in there and go out.
Get your ass in there. And it's been on my radar. Like Coach Keith be right next to him on his hip every day.
On his ass.
Day, on his ass. Like, we gonna get you right, boy. Like, we getting you ready for this game. I loved it. I loved it. They're getting the young guys ready. And if they didn't mess around and went 3 for 3 on wide receivers in one draft,
nigga?
3 for 3.
Like, isn't it crazy? We talking about the 3 wide, like we don't even really talk about Oscar Delp. Like Oscar Delp, just like the little like parsley on top, bro. Just a little parsley on the wings, bro.
Little white parsley. Little white. I hate that stuff.
Shout out to Justin Cash for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Justin. He said, I'm just glad the Saints have an actual receiver room. I am as well. Jay Sean Smith, I hope they actually win with Breeze in attendance. Up until last year, the Saints have not lost a single meetup game that we've attended, except the first one happening last year at the Patriots game. So we gotta shake back. They gotta shake back. That Brian Flores defense, but we'll get into that. Justin Cash also said, bold prediction. Barry Brown catches the first touchdown to start the season, a 40-yard bomb. I can see it too, bro.
I can see it.
I think he might catch a long touchdown pass on Saturday from Rat. I do. Let's talk about the defense a bit. We talked about Chase Young and the defensive line just as a whole today, applying pressure in the joint practices. Yep. Very interesting that Christian Boyd was in there at nose tackle. I think Gottschall is out with injuries. Boyd was in there first, not Christian Miller. Which are they actually going to start using Christian Boyd finally? Like maybe.
I hope so. Like I hope he takes advantage of this situation with him being with the ones. And so he could be like, hey, I've been on the team a couple years now. I'm here. Like, use me. You know what I'm saying? Like use me. Like the dude, I don't know. I can't even tell you how good he is. I know he's flashed here and there. Like when I've seen him on preseason games from previous years, I'm like, oh, he shows a little something. So maybe he could be something, man. I hope so. Tailing forward, he's been getting some snaps with the ones. I don't know if he got any today, but I know he did yesterday and the day before. He's been getting some snaps with the ones, which is, another guy that's been on the team for years now. That shows some flashes, but it's just needs opportunity. So it's interesting to watch him. Julian Blackman, I think he had a nice pick today off Trevor Lawrence. So that's good to hear. I mean, that's something he does. Like even last year before he got hurt, he was making picks. I think he got a pick in the first game, if I'm not mistaken. So him being healthy is good. The defense, bro, like one thing for like the defense that have been dominating our offense a
Talk
lot
about it, bro.
the past couple of weeks. But for them to go out there and have a really, really good effort, like don't get me wrong, the Jaguars made us a couple of plays in the red zone and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
red zone sounds like they got ate up, but like an actual, not like the actual team aspect of like,
Yeah.
they sound like they held up pretty well, bro.
It held up. So I'm like, man, the defense really, it might be real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to really know. It's like, is it real? Is it just camp? They might really be real, bro. Like how good? I mean, no, they probably won't be like a great defense because it's still a defense that's lacking like a lot of blue chip. But it is a defense that has mostly all the same guys from last year that's in the same system. And I saw it just watching early training camp practices, like them, they just flying around like they knew what they was doing. In sync,
man.
where you look early last year, there was still that kind of hesitation as them trying to figure out all these different coverages and the communication and all that stuff. If they got all that wrapped up already, bro, they might be able to hit the ground running, man. Boy,
we gon' look. They got a great test in week 1, bro.
Great
test. Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown and I'm blanking on their Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta, Tesla.
He's having a tough camp, bro. He had a tough preseason game too today. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, he caused a little interception or something like that.
What do you want to see on Saturday? And so the starters, besides, let me just put the stereotypical, like wishing no injuries, playing for health. Both teams, bro.
Just healthy. I want health. Look, Rattler getting a start, and it's a showcase, man. No question about it. He is getting showcased because he didn't get a ton of snaps today. It was mostly the ones getting majority of the work today. So he getting showcased, and I think they will be open to listening. Like, now will somebody call? I don't know. Like, because when you look around the league, like, everybody got young quarterbacks. Arizona got Carson Beck. Steelers got Drew Allar. Everybody got young quarterbacks. Like, there's no, until like somebody gets really banged up and really like desperately needs a quarterback, I don't see anybody really calling for Rattler. I'm sure there'll be calls for like but like really like putting in the effort to get him, I don't know. But it's really a chance for Rattler to go out there and shine because he's had an excellent camp so far. So
the
he can go out there and ball out.
I haven't heard anything, but I like logically from a football standpoint, the Colts make sense to me. Now, Daniel Jones, fully healthy, he's going to be all go come week 1, which is modern medicine is just absolutely crazy, bruh.
Crazy.
Like, it makes no sense. And we'll see, like maybe what. But if you're like a team that's like, all right, we are trying to win, get in the playoffs, make a run. The Colts had all that going for them. And then Daniel Jones got hurt last season and the season derailed, even though he started playing a little worse even before the injury happened. You want to be able to have a quarterback that you could think that you can at least, move the offense. And they just make, like, from a football standpoint, the Colts make sense to me. Don't know if they call, don't know if they will call. But then you say, like, I said all that out loud, and it was just like, well, if that's the case, like, then why wouldn't the Saints just keep, like, you know what I mean?
Right. So, yeah, it don't make no sense to move him if they do move him, but he got a chance to go out there and shine, bro.
He does.
This preseason game should be exciting, bro. Like, Aaron Brown should be out there. Bryce Lance should be out there. Trey Palmer, he made a big play today. He should be out there. Even Bub Means. Look, we be bagging on Bub Means, bro.
Bub's come along the last couple of weeks, bro. I've noticed it. Bub
is at a solid camp, but it's just so many people above him that it's just like hard for him to really shine. But he's at least made a case for himself to definitely be on a practice squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, to definitely just be a practice squad guy that can get called up in case some injuries happen or whatever. I think he's made that case for himself. And just being like a good dude, good team guy and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like him, Bob Means, even, old schoolers like Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell be making plays, all those guys. So it's going to be fun. Oscar Delp, the tight ends, I'm really fascinated by the tight ends.
Yes.
Oscar Delp, Moscato. Moscato been making plays. He been getting snaps with the ones and stuff like that. Traylon Welch. Really interested to see how those guys on offense and on defense. I want to see what the Young Bucks looking like. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, does Christian Miller get some snaps finally? I know he's been he worked himself back from injury. I want to see how he looked, bro. I want to see what the big dog look like getting up, man.
Him, not exciting, but also like important. Bro, I'm fascinated to see how they do like with like kicking on Saturday.
Yeah,
And I don't know,
boy.
I don't know if they're gonna like I don't know if they're gonna do it where like Smith will kick in the first game and then switch it where Tanner Brown kicks in the second game. I don't know if they're going to alternate it, like each kick. No idea. But they got to figure this kicker shit out because all I just say is the kicker of the Saints to start week 1 may not be on the team yet. I will just leave it at that. I'm excited also to see you brought up like the young Jews, but like Lorenzo Styles has kind of been coming along and just making plays here and there. It's like see that. And I would be interested because he's technically not a starter. So I don't know, but Danny Stutzman. I want to see what Stutzman looks like out there on Saturday.
He need to be out there.
Because I expect him to play. He's not a starter, to see where he is in terms of his growth from year 1 to year 2.
My boy, my white king, Jaden Price, boy.
Jaden Price, baby.
He been making plays. I mean, they asked Kelly Moore about him yesterday, I think, and he waxed poetic about Jaden Price, boy. Like he love him some Jaden Price. So I want to see it, bro. Like I want to show me, go make some plays out there, man. You know,
bro. Can you imagine Jaden Price having a pick 6 in the Zoom, bro? we lose our shit, bro.
I need it.
Remember when that Browns game and Daniel Sorensen, our former white knight, made the interception against
he was making plays, boy.
He was.
Nobody was making plays except him, man. That was crazy. Who was that white kid we drafted from Alabama? Venice from Alabama. He played at Alabama.
Vinny Cersei. Oh my God!
Everybody was so hyped about him. Like, I don't even think he made it on the team, bro.
No, he did not.
Everybody was all hyped when we drafted him, man.
He did not. I also am a little sick for just knowing it just off the dome of my head, just like that. Jay Sean Smith said, I want to see the backup right guard do the bare minimum so he could take Will Reed's spot. Listen, I watched a little of Jeremiah Wright, when they altered to the second team offense. And again, he's going to get second teamers, but just the limited what I saw, like, it was like, okay, all right. Like,
I could say, just from the little
in the run game,
he looks stronger. Yeah, he looks stronger than Ruiz. Like, just off the bat, he just looks stronger. Now, playing offensive line is a lot, way more than goes into the strength. Like, it's usually, but I mean, if Ruiz doing it, God damn it, Jeremiah Wright can do it too. Like, he can figure it out.
He can. Bush Boy Buku said, we already answered this, but who are y'all most excited to see this preseason? Oh, preseason. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm hyped to watch Styles and Brown. They'll completely change special teams and have an impact on offensive defense. That's a great point about special teams for both Styles and Brown. It's Brown and Lance to me.
Yeah.
Brown and Lance, because if they just hit the ground running and even if they just do what they've been doing in training camp and that just transfers to the preseason. Nigga, do you know how amped as a fan base all of us will be, bro? Like, you couldn't tell us shit. You couldn't tell us a goddamn. We prayed for times like these, bro. We prayed for them. So those are the two players, because the Lance part was like, okay, we maybe thought we had something in Lance in the 4th round, but then like what Barry and Brown's been doing, like to get potentially another weapon, another one.
Can't believe it's my life.
Let's take our last break of the podcast. We'll be back to wrap everything up right after this. We'll be right back. Woof. You know, something that we don't talk about enough is football fans, people in general, getting enough sleep.
And it's weird, bro, because I'm kind of known for getting my sleep on. But it ain't sleep. Like, you need that sleep.
That good sleep. And because of that, we are happy to talk about our new sponsor, and that is Some Sleep. Some Sleep is a sleep aid that you mix in, contains melatonin, contains magnesium, and it will help you get that good sleep throughout the night. If you are a Saints fan and at nighttime you're thinking about Marcus Williams missing that tackle, you thinking about that no call, you thinking about Vernon Davis.
Bro, I'll be sitting there 4 a.m. just looking at the ceiling. Alvin Kamara breaking tackles, like, some sleep, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of skeptical, man. It's clutch, bro. Like, it calms you down. You take, you just drop it in some water, about 8 ounces of water, about 30 minutes before you go to sleep, stir it up, throw some ice in there, knock it back. It tastes good. It got all kind of different flavors
It
like
does.
tangerine and mango. This the berry mix right here. You knock it back, calms you down to get you ready for sleep, and then you just like out is that peaceful sleep.
And because they're our new sponsor, that means if you are a listener of this podcast, if you go to Get Some, that is GETSOM.com, and use the code word Block Party, you get 10% off of your first order. So we are hooking up our viewers and our listeners of the podcast. So if you want to get that good sleep, knock out, and relax, then go to getsome.com, use that Block Party code or the referral link that we're going to put in our social media, order you some, and then you will be sleeping like this. Some sleep. Block Party. We are back. Appreciate y'all joining us. We have 41 concurrent viewers on right now, which is crazy because it's midnight Central Time and 10 p.m. Pacific Time. 256 viewers or views right now. We appreciate y'all. Our dude Wesley said, a shame Tyson got hurt today. I was hoping to hear reports of him balling, but sounds like it isn't serious. It does, again, I can only go by just what I've heard. Sounds like it isn't serious, but was told that he'll miss time. How long he'll miss time, don't know. Anything else just overall about practices these last couple of weeks, joint practice today, going into preseason on Saturday, that we want to catch up and hit on before we get out of here?
No, man. I think that's it. I did think it was interesting. They did kind of kick the tires on Terrion Arnold.
Sure did.
He's ended up going to the Seahawks. The Saints, they said they just wanted to talk to him. They didn't really work him out or whatever. They just wanted to kind of talk to him and see where he was at with his case and where his head at and stuff like that. It did, but when they looked at him, it just made me just think of Isaac Yiadom, bro. Like,
bruh.
I didn't look. Terrion Arnold has not been good in the NFL, so it's not like. But it was just like it just made me think like, man, they got to find an answer there. Like even though Yiadom is not a starter, he could quickly be a starter very quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
So it's just like, man, he's been on the wrong side of. I mean, shit, he's been boosting up our wide receivers, bro. He really has, bro. Part of the reason why we're excited is because of what Yiadom has allowed.
I know they confidence be sky high when they line up against Yiadom, nigga.
Right. It was good to hear Emerson. Emerson apparently had a good day.
Yes.
Apparently he stacked up a couple good practices recently.
It's
good to hear.
Sounds like Quincy Riley also having good, like you said earlier, man, like they might have them a little feisty defense that don't have like a lot of headliners, but plays well as a unit.
And that's all we wanted at the beginning.
And cohesive.
Yeah. Like that's all we wanted when they hired Staley. We was like, look, man, we know it's not the most talented defense, but can you give us like a sweat equity, like defense that just plays together and plays hard? Man, like you might have that for real,
It's very, very impressive. We'll see how it looks on the field. My thing is, so they have the preseason game on Saturday, and then I'm guessing they're off on Monday, but I will be at the joint practice on Tuesday when they come out here to California, Oxnard, doing the joint practice against the Cowboys. I will be at that practice. Practice starts at 2:00. I'm going to drive like the hour plus to Oxnard, and I want to see. I want to see, bro. It's going to be hilarious, though, because like I'm going to see Caleb Downs make a play and Tyson Jones on the sideline chilling, bro.
Oh, damn, I love me some Caleb Downs, boy.
I do too, bro. I do too. But that, we'll see what happens on Saturday. And then, again, if you are not in New Orleans or just not in the area, this is, again, the perfect time for you to become a Patreon, patreon.com/Saints Block Party. We're going to be watching the game together on Saturday and what have you. So if you want to watch it in the Discord with us, cool. If not, we're going to have the live stream of our reactions going as the game is happening. So we're going to do that. And then post-game, we'll have our Jags preseason post-game presser, talking about the game, what happened, thoughts, and things like that. And then the next week will happen. And then Tuesday, I'm at the joint practice with the Saints and the Cowboys. And it's like nonstop. It's like It is
Don't stop, bro.
because Tuesday's the Cowboys and Saints joint practice. Saturday is the preseason game 2 against the Rams, which I will be at as well. Shout out to our girl, Jordan Rodriguez. I don't know if you saw it. It's going to be calling in the booth, calling Rams preseason games.
Oh, dope. Good.
Much love to our friend Jordan Rodriguez. One thing I also wanted to add in just regards to leading up to that Rams games, they have a couple of joint practices against the Rams. Those are closed.
Mm-hmm.
But that Rams preseason game is going to be so important because the Rams won't, because Sean McVay doesn't do any of his starters in preseason ever. But that will probably be the preseason game that if the starters are going to play meaningful time, it's going to be game 2 against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And because I doubt most teams at all will play their starters in the third preseason game because they just don't typically do that anymore. So that's going to be a very important game just in regards to seeing kind of like where we are. And I get it. The team's going to more likely be going against the Rams second string defense and vice versa. Doesn't matter. That's going to be such a interesting game to see how that unfolds next Saturday. Because after that is I think it's the Cowboys preseason game to end preseason, and then it's cut day, and then before you know it, the season's here.
I guess my only thing I added, I would think it would be cool if somebody just pops off in the preseason, because every year, like not every year, but some years where just somebody comes out of nowhere and like
that's true
in the game. Remember Chris Ivory? I put the clip in the Discord earlier. Chris Ivory at the Chargers game, and he had like an amazing run versus the Chargers. Everybody like, who is this guy? Like he just was trucking people and everything. I would love to see that. Like, what's that running back from Ohio State that we got? CJ
Donaldson.
CJ Johnson. Maybe he can come and just like open the door and just everybody be like, man, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? I would love to just see just something exciting like that where just a guy comes out of nowhere. Nobody's even talking about him in training camp reports and nothing like that, and just bursts on the scene and just does something crazy.
It would be exciting and impressive for that to happen. I'd love to see it. That's all we had. We recorded late tonight, but we care about y'all as a community. We care about our listeners, our viewers. We want to make sure that y'all got this episode either tonight or at least tomorrow. Get you prepped for the preseason game on Saturday, catching you up with everything in regards to training camp up to this point, this past week. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for all support. We will be back on Saturday watching the game together in Discord, on YouTube. Perfect time to become a Patreon or YouTube member. With that,